Caught it.
Nice catch.
That was a really good catch. I'm glad you saw that.
I'm sorry. There's something that I could have done, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Guys, 4 years. It's been 4 years. That is so hard for me to grasp in my head. It feels like it wasn't that long ago at all that we were out there filming this short. But 4 years since Escaping Bitterness. I think if I could sum it up, it was really just this. A lot of people say it's that was Heath's film, and it was and it wasn't. I would more so even lean toward, it wasn't. It was really a group of people coming together. We were like this group of you almost want to say indie, but we weren't even indie. We were like this group of indie, no budget rebels that were like, hey, let's make something. We wanted to do it just because it was a story we wanted to tell, and we wanted to prove, hey, you know what? We can do that kind of stuff too. We can film that kind of stuff too. And honestly, it's so awesome to look back on. So take this trip down memory lane with us to go back 4 years to see some bloopers, and a few people are going to stop by and see what's going on.
Dad, what's going on?
What do you mean?
I've noticed how you've been acting.
I guess there's no hiding it.
No hiding what?
Hey guys, Todd Bruno here. Just wanted to drop a quick line to say congratulations on 4 years of Escaping the Bitterness. 4 years! I can't believe it's been 4 years. Heath, the rest of the production crew, you guys should be very proud of what you've accomplished. I'm proud of it. And every time I think back on that shoot, the professionalism and the hospitality that surrounded that production, it made it a supremely enjoyable experience. And I know that your passion and your perseverance is going to pay off. And I'm excited about that. And I miss you guys. And I can't wait to work with you again. So call me. And congrats.
Listen, there are people in our house with equipment, and they're just standing there watching us.
What?
Seriously?
Don't pay attention to them, and they might go away.
What are you talking about?
I've been trying to ignore them, but they don't seem to be leaving.
Todd was very professional throughout the whole thing, except for that one time at the gravesite scene. Check it out.
Rolling?
Rolling.
14A, take 4.
Action.
Oh.
You okay?
Yeah.
Lyle, you alright?
Yeah.
You okay? You okay, Lyle? Goodness. This is called disturbing the dead. Oh, goodness.
He's fine. Sorry, buddy.
Did you pray enough?
Look me in the eyes. Do you think that I would lie to your face? I did everything. Anything that I could to save him. But that wasn't enough. Hey everybody, my name is Nate Roberts. I played the part of Jared in the short film Escaping Bitterness. This is my, second experience with a short film. The first being, I believe it was called Escape the Bitterness. Because we shot a different version of this short film beforehand, and then we decided to reconstruct it, and thus it just became Escaping Bitterness with a kind of a different script, a different message, and it turned out really, really good, and I love the final product. This was such a fun movie to film, and it was really, really uncomfortable for me, very challenging for me, because I like to try to be outgoing and happy and very, I guess, as kind as I could be to many people. And throughout the whole entire movie, obviously it's called Escaping Bitterness, I'm bitter, I'm sad, I'm depressed. And so I'm consistently upset, frustrated, and going back and watching the movie 4 years later, I'm just like, man, I really didn't play that part too well in my own opinion. I guess I'm my worst critic, but I could have been a little angrier. I don't know, but the hardest scene for me would have to be whenever I cried at the end.
With God's help, I've buried my bitterness here. And I think that you and God would be proud of me. And that's gonna have to be enough.
And it was really, really difficult because the very last part where you see me at the end of the movie, where it zooms into the tombstone, the very last part where I'm crying and I'm wishing goodbye to my dad was actually shot on the same day as the shot right before that, where it's nighttime. We go up to the tomb, it looks like the night before, and all that kind of stuff. It's edited to look like a sunrise. Really, the sun was setting. We shot the scene where I cried, and then nighttime came. We got the equipment out, and I shot the scene again where I was yelling, and I was angry at my dad, and I was trying to like get the emotions out and cry then. And it was extremely difficult. I was drained. I did not think that I could be drained of energy from acting and quoting lines, but I was. And honestly did not think that I was going to be able to do it, but thanks to people like Todd Bruno, who made it happen. He was absolutely awesome, a ton of help on this movie. Everybody that was involved was just phenomenal, from all the actors to the director, the man himself, Heath. The whole thing was just a ton of fun, and I wish we could do another one. I would love to do another one if you would have me back, but the way that I acted on this last one, I don't know if you would.
I will pull this truck over right here and tan your hide in front of God and everybody.
I bought you donuts and everything, and you're really gonna do this?
You bought these donuts at Walmart, and you probably went the short way, didn't you? God.
Oh, man.
Nonetheless, man, I had a blast. And if you have not seen Escaping Bitterness, please go check it out on YouTube or wherever else it is available. You will not regret it. It is an encouraging movie. At the premiere, we had there was a lady who came up afterwards with tears in her eyes and thanked us for making this short film. I mean, 20 or so minutes making this short film because she connected with Jared. Very personally. She connected with Jared on a personal level and said that that really touched her heart and kind of inspired her and motivated her to keep pushing forward and to know that there's hope and all that kind of stuff. And we were just like, I mean, that one person right there is the whole reason that we made the short film to begin with. And again, I can keep going on and on about how much of a blessing it was and how much fun I had on this project. But all in all, it was just a great experience. I'm honored and I'm blessed to have been a part of this project. Every now and then I still go back and watch it just because it was so cool to be a part of it, and it brings back all those awesome memories that we had. But everybody that's tuning in, thank you for watching this. Heath, thank you for being awesome. You're the man. And if you ever get inspired to make any more projects, I'm not as far away this time, so it'd be a little bit shorter of a drive, and I'll just stand behind the scenes and watch everything take place. I don't care, man. I'm blessed to be here. But anyways, Escaping Bitterness. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Check it out. You won't regret it. Y'all are awesome. Peace. God bless you.
So, and the box disappeared. We're out of fog too.
Yeah,
in here.
I thought there was a little.
Hey guys, so here we are on the 4-year anniversary of Escaping the Bitterness. My brother did tell me to mention that I was his PA, personal assistant. I did help him write the film, but honestly there are 3 things that I want to point out. I was very blessed to be able to help him write it and all of that stuff, and so very thankful that he used me in that capacity. But 3 things that really stand out in my mind whenever I think about this film are as follows. Number 1, our community involvement. We are so blessed to be a part of a community that comes together and helps each other create projects and host things, and just such amazing, tremendous support and love that we feel here in this area. We had people actually act in the movie that were from our town. Our local hospital let us come in and film. Just so many blessings upon blessings that happened of people with a genuine heart and spirit that just want to promote God, and they want to help other people out in their community, and that means the world to us. Number 2, I just want to point out, my brother was only about 17 or 18 whenever this movie came out. And since then, I have actually earned my teaching degree. So I've been teaching for about 3 to 4 years now. And I just want to encourage all young people out there, regardless of what your age is, if you have a dream to do something big and crazy, like make a movie or create an app or whatever it is that you want to do, dream big, okay? Do not be limited by your age or by your experience. Get on YouTube, research, figure things out, talk to people that have done that job. If you're connected with them, do whatever you need to do something amazing, because you can do it. My brother proved that 4 years ago by directing this short film himself, and I promise he did not pay me to say that. And then number 3 is just the topic of bitterness in general. So many people struggle with either bitterness or selfishness or just loneliness. There's so many things that we deal with as human beings because we are flesh and we are blood. But I am so thankful that we do have a Redeemer, and I know that that is something that people have heard so many times. There's a Redeemer, there's grace, there's this, there's that. But whenever people truly come to know the Lord and have a relationship with Him, not just a religion, but a relationship, their lives can be changed. And that's what Escaping the Bitterness is all about, forming that relationship with the Lord and showing people that God is approachable and He does love them and wants the best for them, regardless of circumstances and situations. And I can promise you this, everybody has been through something. And so take that into consideration. Know that you are not alone, that there is a heaven to gain. And I hope that you guys, if you have not seen the movie already, go and check it out. If you've already seen it before, go view it again. And anyhow, it's such a blessing to be a part of it. And I love you guys.
I think we all have that one film that has that incredible score, that score that you could play for hours in your car and just keep listening to it, and you love it so much. And there's these incredible artists like Hans Zimmer and John Williams that you go to, and they're usually the greats. But I can confidently say that no film is great without a score, and none can make you want to escape bitterness as much as this next one. Take it away, Keith.
Hey, this is Keith Wall. I got to do the music composition and scoring for Heath Dotson's movie, Escaping Bitterness, and I'm just gonna take a few moments and talk through the experience. It was really, really awesome. It was very unique because I'd never really done anything like that before or since. I had a little bit of experience with a program called GarageBand, which is kind of just an intro to the world of music production if you're not familiar with it. And I had just gotten an upgrade to a program called Logic, which is kind of the high-end studio version of that program. And so the learning curve was really, really steep. It was a little bit intimidating. There was some long nights that I spent working on the score where I was really frustrated just because I didn't really know a lot of the language of the software. But it never really discouraged me to the point where I just quit. It really, if anything, it kind of fueled the fire. Like, oh, I want to figure this out. And so I'm really grateful to Heath for pushing me outside my comfort zone and just having me to kind of get out of my box a little bit, because at that time I was pretty comfortable with songwriting and, you know, plunking out chords on a piano and writing some words down, but this was vastly different. And so I'm really grateful for that experience. I got to work with some really cool and very talented singers and musicians, and just I got exposed to the world of recording, to the world of sound design and the technical side of things, which up until then I never would have imagined that I would do anything like that. I'm a keyboardist and I'm a singer and that's it. But you know what's crazy is even though I didn't go into the world of film scoring, I got to learn how much I loved working with a digital audio workstation like Logic, and that kind of put my foot in the door to be exposed to a lot of different avenues that involve sound production and recording and studio work, where that has been a very valuable asset to me. I've done a couple since then. I've done a few studio projects. I have recorded some multi-tracks for our church here in Watkinsville, Georgia, and it's all because of that introduction to that world. And so without Escaping Bitterness, I may have never even learned that I had that desire in me. So yeah, it was a really cool experience. Heath kind of sent me a few different sound bites from different movies, that this is kind of the vibe that he was going for. So I got to experiment with the stock sounds in Logic's library to see if I can recreate that. And so I learned all kinds of things about how to crescendo, how to, you know, all the music nerd terms. But yeah, it was just a really huge eye-opener for me, because I was going to college for music at the time, and it was just a general degree, so I was just kind of getting my feet wet in as many different avenues as I could, and this was something that really created a stepping stone for me to do what I love now. You know, I still write songs, I still sing, I still you know, lead worship, but now I get this opportunity to work in a studio setting and in a recording and production setting, and it's now like a passion of mine, and I owe that all to Heath, really, for kind of introducing me to that world. So that was my overall experience, and I hope you all have a great day.
I almost forgot, Heath, you don't have to add this in here. One of my most memorable moments, the theme song of the whole thing. Whenever we all got together and recorded the theme song, that was a blast. Keith killed the writing on that thing, and that was a blast. That was one of my most favorite parts of the whole thing, and I think that was on the first project. But that was a ton of fun. Show you the way to escape the bitterness. Escape the bitterness. It was just a killer song. Anyways, all right. Love you, Heath. Bye.
I hold your heart above all the rest. I shed your tears and feel your distress. I love you, just give it all to me. Oh, I love you, just give it all to me. I love you, just give it all to me, and I'll show you the way to escape